Okay, so missing angle. So draw this, let's do number 1. And draw this triangle. A, B, C. Side A, side B, side C. Okay. And then we're going to give us our numbers. So 10, 13, 11. Okay, what do you guys notice right away that's different about this triangle than every other triangle you've ever done? There's no angles. Okay, so that's one of the powerful things about this formula. Okay, on the other ones we can't, but this one, so check this out. Let's write. Oh, I forgot to tell you what you're looking for. So we want this. So what formula do you think we're going to use? C. Okay, so write it down. I know you have it there, but write it down again because we're going to do something to it. It's this one. Okay, now right here I need you to turn your brain juice up to 90%, okay? Ready? So we don't need side C. We don't need that. We need angle C, okay? There's not a separate formula for angle C. It's this formula because it already has it in there. So all we need to do is manipulate it to isolate that. We need to get stuff away from it, okay? So I'm going to walk you through this one time. Here's the middle. I need all this stuff, especially this, to go to this side. That's what we're going to do mathematically, algebraically. Well, it's not hard, just one thing at a time. Okay, so check this out. C squared is already on the left. Okay. I need to move a squared, so I'm trying to get stuff away from this, right? So I need a squared on this side. What does a squared become? Minus because it's positive, so I subtract it, right? So minus a squared. Everybody with me there? Yep. Okay. That takes care of this, right? No more a right there. Now I need to get rid of b squared. How do I move b squared to the other side? Minus. Now I'm ashamed to say this on video, but when I did this yesterday, 9th period, I was like writing the notes as you should when I do it. I added 2ab to this side. But that's wrong, okay? So let me show you why. What's holding these two together? Times, okay? And you have to divide it. All this is together because they're all being held by times. So I divide by. Okay, so does that make sense why it's not adding? Okay. All right, we're almost done. Okay, I got rid of this. Only thing left there is cosine. How do I find the angle when it's cosine like that? Huh? Inverse, right? That's how you separate the angle from that, right? So inverse cosine gives me that angle. Okay, so it looks like this. Inverse cosine of this stuff will give you angle C. And this is really important, okay, because we're not going to give you this formula. We're going to give you this formula, and you have to solve it. But don't worry, we're going to practice. We're going to practice, okay? So right now, just throw all the pieces where they go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? And your calculator does all that. You just have to put the numbers in the right place. And we're going to round to the nearest tenth again. When you plug it in your calculator, make it look like a fraction. That way it avoids little mistakes, okay? Oh, I'm glad you almost forgot to say that. Really important. Is this a negative or a minus now? negative, because you're not subtracting it from anything. So you use the little negative on the calculator, not the big one. Okay. What do, huh? 48.4. How many 48.4s do we have out there? A lot, yes. Please be honest. Anybody getting a different answer so we can help you? A different answer? No? Okay. Few more seconds for you to type in. Same answer, yes. Shirana? Yeah. Jaden, did you get that? Yeah, okay. Eduardo, Serrano, Gerardo? Sí. Everybody good? Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So I want you to do this now, guys. Let's do a little parentheses in our notes, okay? Write this down real quick. Let's do a squared b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine a. Okay, I want you to challenge yourself without looking at what we just did. Don't look at our work, okay? Cover it up or whatever you need to do. Solve this equation for angle A, okay? By yourself. Don't look at the other one. So you move no numbers, just the equation. You want to move everything away from this A, like we just did together, but now you do it yourself, okay? So solve for angle A. But don't look, that way you're challenging yourself to be able to do it. Because that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to solve this equation. Okay, so move everything away from it. We're not going to use any numbers, just the letters. Yeah, sorry, I didn't clarify. So no numbers, just move all the letters away from the C. I just want you to know if you know how to do it. I think so. I have to solve it myself. I'm going to do it quietly. Don't look until you get it. Yeah? All right, good. So if you did it, you can do it. Okay, that's how you have to manipulate the formula for the angle. Okay? Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Let's do this one. Number 2. So something a little bit different on this one. Guys, on this one, stay with me. Don't rush ahead, because somebody was rushing ahead, which was good. I'm proud of that. But we labeled different, and then they just caused all kinds of confusion last period. So let's label together, okay? ST 14 centimeters, RT equals 6 centimeters, and they want angle R. Okay, so we're gonna have to do a little cleanup because our formulas come in ABC, they don't come in SRT, okay? So we just draw the triangle. I'm just gonna start, there's different ways you could do this, but I'm just gonna start with their labeling. So SRT, isn't that a car? Yeah, which one? Slow car. Okay. So S, I don't have angle S, but I have side RS, right? So 9. I have side ST, bless you, 14. And I have side RT, 6. All right, be real careful with your labeling. Did I mess up?
Your guide looks like an A.
It does look like a 9 because it's sideways. But we know it's a 9, right? This is side, well, before I label my sides, they want angle R. So I want this one. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Now that I extracted the information, now I can relabel, okay? And that might trip you up, like who's A, who's B, who's C? What's the answer to that question?
Just go.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just got to stick to whatever you decide. So like if you decide this is A, just make sure through the whole process, you know that's A. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say this is A, that's B, and that's C. So I just relabeled. Okay. And the student earlier, she labeled different, and so she looked for a different angle instead. Okay. With this labeling, I'm looking for angle B, which is their angle R. Right? So my angle B is their angle R. Does that make sense, the relabeling? Okay. Okay, so go for it. Okay, go. Now you know how. Okay, so you have to solve that formula for angle B. Okay. I'll do it quietly while you work. I know you can just, like if you already solved that formula, I know you can just reuse it, but at first I would keep resolving the formula so you get real comfortable doing that. Oh, one thing that I forgot to do that could cause problems, I forgot to say, this is side B, this is side A, this is side C. I didn't label my sides, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but it could cause issues. My nine does look like an A. I keep thinking it's an A. It's a 6 to 9. Get an answer, Liz? What'd you get?
I don't know if that's correct. I got 137.
137. That's rounded to the tenths?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. How many of you, I know some of you are still working, it's okay, but those of you that have punched the numbers already, 137, looking good? Yeah. Okay. We're going to do more with this problem, okay? So we're going to wait for you. Wait till everybody computes it. Is anybody getting a different answer so we can help? No? Okay. So here's part 2. You did this yesterday on your homework, right? They say complete the triangle, right? So you find all the parts. I have this angle, that means I need, what color could we use here that's different? I need this angle and that angle. Angle A, angle C. Learning time, okay? How do I find, let's say angle A. How could we find angle A? Do the whole formula again, law of cosines, okay? But now you're more versatile, you're more powerful. Could I go back to this now? Yes, so now you have choices. Okay, here's why. Because, look, now I know all of B. Okay, so I know the whole one, right? So I can switch. So you have choices. You can do law of cosines or law of sines to find the other stuff. Okay, so I'm going to switch gears on you and I'm going to go to law of sines now because it's a little less work maybe. Okay, so here we go. Sine 137 over 14. This is my B fraction. This is ultimately where we want to get, where we can switch back and forth, right, with what we need. And if we're going to need A and C, but let's focus our attention on A. So I don't know angle A, but I do know side A. And see, out of the four things, there's only one unknown. That means it's solvable. Okay? So go ahead and solve it. See if you remember from yesterday. I'll solve it quietly, but... We have a 17. A few 17s. Yeah, 17. Okay, a lot of 17s. Okay, so that's probably the right answer. Guys, I need to stress, okay, you could have used law of cosines again. Okay, or law of sines. Now you have options. So, does that make sense? How you can choose? Like, okay. So now, or lastly, we know this one. Okay, question for you. Okay, one of my last questions of the day. Now I know this angle. Now this other angle. What formula should we use to find angle C? Or could we use? Could we use law of cosines?
We can, since we know both angles, we can use the 180.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to show you the path of least resistance. Could I use law of cosines to find this? Absolutely. Can you use law of sines to find this? Absolutely. But what's the easiest one, right? She said it. Subtract it from, right? What are these angles? They all have to add up to 180. So if you know these two, add those two, subtract it from 180. Okay, a lot less work. Okay, so you're choosing where to turn. What's the last one, guys? 36? 26. You could use law of sines, law of cosines. All right. Questions? No? Good. Okay, last one. A, B, C. Side B, side C, side A. Okay, this time, no Google Maps, right? No pathway. You choose your pathway. Okay, you choose the way you want to go, but we want everything this time. I want side A, angle B, angle C. Okay. I don't care what you find first. Find all the parts.